Wait, is Johnny DiMera actually going to betray his own father to save Theo Carver from a lifetime of regret? And are we really about to watch Lexie Carver take her final breath in the exact same dark, dingy DiMera tunnels where this whole nightmare started? You guys, EJ DiMera has officially crossed a line he can never come back from, and the fallout is going to destroy Salem. Welcome back to Peacock TV, Spoilers, your absolute favorite home for all things Salem. Today is a fantastic Friday, and we are gearing up for one of the most emotional, gut-wrenching episodes of the summer. We have got massive DiMera family betrayals, a heart-stopping race against time, and a legendary guest star making his explosive exit. Let's jump right into the Days of Our Lives spoilers for Friday, August 14th, because this episode is going to require a massive box of tissues. We have to start with poor Abe Carver. Friday is actually Abe's birthday, but let's be real for a second. This is going to be the absolute worst birthday of his entire life. Lonnie Price Grant is going to be there to comfort Abe at the bistro. I love seeing Lonnie step up for her dad. James Reynolds and Sal Stowers have such incredible on-screen chemistry, and you can just feel the deep family history radiating off them in every single scene. Abe is sitting there at the bistro, completely broken, thinking his beloved Lexie Carver is off in South Africa visiting her mother, which is the sick lie EJ DiMera fed him. He has no idea that his epic love is literally wasting away right under his nose. I honestly believe the writers are doing a phenomenal job showcasing Abe's grief, but it is just so hard to watch this legacy character suffer like this. Meanwhile, across town, Johnny DiMera is having a massive crisis of conscience. And thank goodness somebody in that family still has a working moral compass. Johnny knows exactly what EJ is doing. He knows that EJ shoved a dying Lexie into the DiMera tunnels to hide the fact that Dr. Wilhelm Rolf's resurrection serum is completely failing. I think Johnny is going to reach his absolute breaking point on Friday's episode. He looks at Theo Carver, a guy who has already lost his mother once, and Johnny just cannot stomach the lie anymore. I predict Johnny is going to pull Theo aside and drop the bombshell of the century. He is going to tell Theo that he needs to get to the DiMera mansion, head down into those creepy tunnels, and find Lexie before it is too late. Carson Boatman is absolutely killing it right now. He plays that conflicted, tortured DiMera heir so perfectly, and I love that he refuses to be a carbon copy of EJ or Stefano. So, armed with Johnny's tip, Theo grabs Chad DiMera, and the two of them storm the DiMera mansion. And you guys, this is where things get incredibly intense. They run right into Rita Leslie in the living room. Now, Rita has been EJ's loyal executive assistant, handling all his dirty corporate secrets, but she is completely out of her depth here. Theo is not playing game. The spoilers say Theo gets right in Rita's face and threatens her, saying, "If you don't get out of the way, I will make you get out of the way." Are you kidding me? I am screaming. I love this fiery, aggressive version of Theo. Tyler Joseph Andrews is bringing so much passion to this role right now. Rita is terrified, and she completely relents. But of course, being the loyal little minion she is, she immediately scrambles off to warn EJ that the jig is up and his brother and nephew are heading into the Forbidden Zone. Here at Peacock TV Spoilers, we've been tracking this storyline for months, and we think this specific moment is going to go down in Days of Our Lives history as one of the most poetic, heartbreaking scenes ever filmed. Chad and Theo head down into the tunnels, and the atmosphere is just dripping with dread. Chad is hot on Theo's heels as Theo bursts into the secret room, desperately calling out for his mom. And there she is, Lexie Carver, lying on a makeshift deathbed in a cold, damp basement. I am getting chills just thinking about it. Let's look back at the history here for a second because the context makes this 10 times worse. Lexie originally got sick and died from a brain tumor caused by toxic fumes in these exact same tunnels. The cruel irony of EJ putting her back down there to die again is just sickening. It is a massive slap in the face to the Carver family legacy. I cannot believe the writers are making EJ do something this downright evil. Dan Feuerriegel is a fantastic actor, but his version of EJ is reaching Stefano levels of cruelty. I am here for the soapy drama, but I absolutely hate him for what he is doing to Lexie and Abe. Once Theo finds Lexie, he immediately pulls out his phone and calls Abe. He tells his dad the horrifying truth about what EJ has done. Abe drops everything at the bistro, leaving his birthday celebration behind, and rushes to the DiMera mansion. He joins Theo at Lexie's deathbed in the basement, and the emotional weight of this reunion is going to be off the chart. James Reynolds is going to deliver an Emmy-worthy performance, I just know it. But Abe and Theo are not going to let Lexie take her final breath in that dungeon. Absolutely not. They immediately take action to get Lexie out of there and rush her to Salem University Hospital. They refuse to let her die in the very place that infected and poisoned her all those years ago. It is such a powerful, full-circle moment for the show, and I am so glad the writers are honoring that continuity. While the Carvers are staging this desperate rescue mission, EJ and Rita are in full panic mode upstairs. Rita warns EJ that the secret is out, and they have to act fast. But what can EJ honestly do at this point? The damage is done. He played God with Doctor. Rolf's super serum, he resurrected his sister, and when the science failed, he tried to sweep her under the rug like a piece of trash to protect his own ego. EJ is about to face the absolute wrath of Abe Carver, and if you ask me, Abe is going to completely destroy EJ. We all know Abe has a breaking point, and EJ just blew right past it. This is prime sweeps month material, people. The corporate fallout alone is going to be massive, let alone the personal vendettas that are going to spawn from this betrayal. Shifting gears just a bit, the Friday, August 14th episode also brings some major stress for Kat Green. The spoilers reveal that Kat gets some very worrisome news, and it looks like she is going to learn more about what is going on with Rafe Hernandez over in Alemania. Now, we know Rafe flew over there to deal with the whole Dmitri von Leuschner and Leo Stark hostage situation, trying to secure an immunity deal for Gwen Rizchek. Kat is deeply entrenched in her ISA undercover mission to take down EJ, but this news from Alemania might completely derail her focus. Annalyn McCord has been a phenomenal addition to the cast, bringing so much edgy, mysterious energy to the canvas. But I honestly think Kat is playing with fire right now. If she gets distracted by international drama, EJ is going to figure out she is playing him, and we all know what happens to people who cross EJ DiMera. Finally, we have to talk about the absolute wild card of the week, Devlin St. John, played by the incredibly hilarious John Oliver. Friday marks Devlin's final episode, wrapping up this epic, chaotic cameo. Devlin is the chief water inspector, and he is absolutely ticked off about the Coraceal drug tainting the water supply on Smith Island. He has been blackmailing EJ, getting into physical slapfests with him, and just generally making EJ's life a living nightmare. I am going to miss John Oliver on my screen so much. He brought such a fun, comedic energy to Salem that we desperately needed. But Devlin is not leaving quietly. He is going to drop one last bombshell on EJ before he exits, ensuring that the DiMera CEO is drowning in legal and corporate scandal. The Coraceal cover-up is unraveling. Lexie's kidnapping is exposed, and EJ's entire empire is on the brink of total collapse. I have been screaming at my television for weeks, watching EJ strut around Salem like he owns the place. He framed Holly Jonas, he attacked Titan, he held Kristen captive, and he shoved Lexie in a tunnel. The sheer arrogance of this man But the writers are finally setting up his massive downfall, and I am living for every single second of it. When Abe finds out the extent of EJ's lies, he is going to leverage every single political and police connection he has to lock EJ up for good. And with Devlin St, John exposing the Smith Island water crisis, the feds are going to be swarming DiMera Enterprises. EJ thought he was playing 3D chess, but he is about to get checkmated by half the town. I honestly believe this is the best storyline the soap has produced in years. It ties in legacy characters, corporate espionage, and deep historical family trauma flawlessly. We are in for an absolute roller coaster this Friday, and I cannot wait to see how it all plays out. The tears, the rage, the slap fest, it is peak soap opera perfection! So, I have to ask you guys, do you think Abe will actually try to kill EJ when he finds out what he did to Lexie? And are you sad to see John Oliver's character leave Salem so soon? Jump down into the comments and let me know your wildest prediction. Thank you so much for tuning in to Peacock TV Spoilers. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for more daily Days of Our Lives breakdown. Until next time, stay dramatic, Salem fans.